Welcome to another Archviz Extension video tutorial. As always, remember that the Archviz Extension is a separately purchasable add-on to the Advanced Framework Core and needs a core version 4.1 or higher to function properly. In this video, I am going to introduce you to the shopping cart component that we developed for the Archviz Extension to emulate a web job-like environment or just keep track of the actors placed in a level. Like many other features of the Archviz extension, the shopping cart uses the article primary data asset to keep track of the articles it contains, meaning you cannot use the shopping cart without creating an article data asset for each actor the player should be able to enter into the shopping cart. The shopping cart, as we set it up in the living room example map of the Archviz extension, is based on the collaboration of three entities. The shopping cart component on the living room pawns keeps track of the items placed in the shopping cart. The shopping cart HUD or palette widgets displays the content and implements the basic functions of the shopping cart. The info window on selected actors displays a buy button to enter the corresponding actor to the shopping cart. In this video, I will show you the necessary steps to set up all of this on the example of the desktop pawn mainly. First, let's go to the pawn. Here we just enter the shopping cart component. No adjustments necessary. The shopping cart component can be entered just as easily to the VR pawn or mobile pawn. It's adjusted to work in any environment. Next, let's go to the HUD component, which already exists on this pawn. If it doesn't on yours, just enter it. On this component, we can create an element in the HUD area over here to enable the HUD to display the shopping cart. Let's call it cart. And add the shopping cart widget here and the shopping cart frame here. Just a heads up for all you VR developers. You would be adding the shopping cart component to the VR pawn, of course, and then go to the radial menu component. Here you add the BP radial button palette shopping cart to the radial menu of your choice. With that, you can spawn and use the shopping cart palette like all other palettes in VR. Now we can already have a look at our shopping cart in-game. As you can see, the widget is opened, but for now the shopping cart is empty. At least we can press the Add All button to get some content. This button will find all actors with an Archviz window component, which references their article data asset and adds them to the shopping cart. But you certainly want to have more choice in which actor you place into the shopping cart, won't you? Well, let me show you how we achieved that in the Archviz extension example levels. The main question here is, how can you transfer the knowledge of the article PDA instance of the actor to the shopping cart which is on the pawn? We chose to use the info window as intermediate. If you had a look at the info window tutorial, you might remember how the buy button would appear if you set the availability enum to for sale or one of the other values I show here. If you have a shopping cart component on the pawn, this button will find it and add its corresponding PDA article instance to the cart. Let's go over the setup shortly. You need an actor with the Archviz info window component and a way to show the info window, and an article PDA instance for this actor. Now we go to the info window component and add the article data asset here. Hit the autofill button to automatically transfer the article data asset content to the Archviz window component. Check that the availability is set correctly and add a component tag here. Now we just add the component tag to this case component so it knows which component to tackle, and we are ready to go. As you can see, now the info window appears when we look at the actor. And when we press the buy button in the widget, the article is added to the shopping cart. You can also try the arrow buttons around the number of articles here. As you can see, the number is increased or decreased and the sum is adjusted automatically. And when the number of the articles reaches 0, the article is removed from the cart. Of course, there are a number of other possible methods to manage the content of the shopping cart, and in time I might revisit the feature to show you something I could think of. However, for now, I'll sign off. See you soon. Bye bye.